Washington this weekend.
Yeah.
Really tough lineup heading with the Huskies, and they're second in the nation in runs scored. Does that change your mentality at all?
Not really. Just kind of still stay aggressive, and I think that just kind of got to pitch your game and not really think about the other team and their hitters. I mean, obviously you prepare for them, but when the time comes, I don't think you really have a different mindset.
One of the best middle of the lineups in the Pac-12 with Aguilar and Gano. How are you going to pitch to them?
I think Coach and I will talk about that a little bit more today and as the days come. But obviously they're really great hitters, and you have to respect them. I think with them, you can't really do the same thing over and over again. So it's important to, be active in when they're up to the plate and be paying attention to certain pitches and how things go. And I think that's kind of my plan when facing their whole lineup. But yeah.
Last season you pitched a perfect game against the Huskies. How much is that running through your mind this weekend?
Not that much, because that was last year. So I'm just trying to, focus more on what's going on this year, and, different team, different lineups. So that was obviously really fun and a great memory. But I think that, it's a new day, and you have to look at it as like a new day, new year. So just kind of be aggressive and just throw.
Some people are tabbing this as the Pac-12 championship in the early season. How important is this series for you guys to win?
I think it's every series is really important, but this is the first series, and just got to take it one game at a time and attack and be aggressive. I think that obviously they're a great team, and you have to respect them, but I think it's just every Pac series. Any Pac series can determine a Pac-12 championship.
We were just talking to Coral about the start she's off to, and she was talking about when she moved up in the lineup from the 7-hole, she was superstitious, so she wasn't sure how it was going to go. Is she particularly superstitious amongst your group? She said she has other superstitions, like nail color and...
Yeah, she's really funny. Her nails were painted orange last week or the week before, I can't remember, and I was like, why are your nails orange? Like, I do not like that color for obvious reasons. Right. No, I'm just kidding, but she's like, well, I hit a home run in the Oklahoma State game, so then I painted my nails that color. Or something like silly. I think it was kind of like along those lines, and I just started laughing. I was like, well, that's smart, because, brings a little of that to the next game, I guess. But, she's got a few superstitions. We all do, but I kind of picked up on it more this year, that she's a little bit superstitious, but yeah.
How did she do in that game when she painted her nails orange? Do you remember?
I don't remember when this all went. This had to go down this weekend, because we played Oklahoma State 2 weekends ago. Mm-hmm. So that was the first game against Pacific. I don't know. I don't remember. We'd have to look back and see how she did. But I think that was why if I remember correctly, that's why her nails were painted that color.
What superstitions do you have? What do you do?
I always have a towel and rosin. Like, even if I don't, sometimes I'll never use the towel, but I have to have it. Eye black, but I've kind of been on and off with that. Usually I wear my hair the same. I'm kind of like, if a hairdo did good, I'm gonna wear it again. And then if the eye black really did good, then I'm gonna wear it again. But I'll probably wear that for every Pac game, because that's just kind of like a superstition thing. I don't really know. I'm not too bad, but definitely like a towel and rosin, whether I'm gonna use it or not.
When did the eye black start?
The eye black started in high school. I always used it, but my freshman year, starting with Jess Moore, and we just kind of wore it together, and then from there I've just always done it. But in high school I wore it.
So why not just the lines? Why all the way down the face?
I like it really thick. I like it that, and I tell Haley, some people wear it really light, and I like mine to be super filled in. So I'm just really particular about it. She does a great job, so don't complain.
Oh, Jenna Lilly does it?
No, no, Haley does it. Haley Decker. So.
You talked about Jess. Did you hear from her after you broke her career strikeout record?
I did.
What did she say?
I got a text from her. She said congratulations. That was awesome. She's proud of me, and I told her thank you. It means a lot coming from her. You know what I mean? Because she obviously set that record and did a lot for this program, and so to break that record was super exciting, and to get a text from her meant a lot.
How do you feel about yourself right now at this point in the season, going into the league?
I feel good. I'm excited to play. Obviously, some games haven't gone exactly how I wanted them to go this year, and I think it's just learning from those and not dwelling on them. And I feel good though. I'm ready to play. I'm excited for Pac-12 to start. Obviously this is my last season, and I just want it to be fun. And I think that sometimes, in moments, I've gotten away from that. So it's important to remember that to have fun. And I think that that's something I've been doing lately. So I feel good. I'm excited to play.
Coach said he wondered whether early in the season your strength wasn't quite where it has been other years. I mean, did you feel physically different?
Not necessarily physically. I don't know. Well, maybe my strength. I mean, I've lost some weight, so that could make it. That could obviously make a difference in strength wise. So he might be right. I didn't necessarily feel not as strong on the mound. I've never really thrown that hard, so I guess I didn't really. I wouldn't have noticed that as a factor, but he could totally be right.
Has this been less work at this point in the season for you than certainly 2 years ago when you were out there almost every?
Yeah, obviously we've got 4 pitchers, so there's room to spread some more innings across, and I think that maybe it has been a little less work. I'm obviously haven't compared like innings across my 4 years, but I just go out any opportunity I can and just take it, and I'm willing to pitch any game and any inning or any out. I'd go in for a game for 1 out if that's what was asked of me, so I'm willing to do anything.
Is that an adjustment though, so that you stay sharp to a little bit different workload or sharing the innings a little bit more?
Obviously, yeah, it's a different workload, and when you're not pitching as much, you maybe have more of an opportunity to stay focused. But I really look at it as just like one pitch at a time, one inning at a time, and not really think about like it being too much work or too little work. I get enough recovery time, so usually I'm good.
You've pitched so much. What do you see in the other two, Kleist and Jerry Ann? And
I think that they're great pitchers, great competitors. They work hard. You know what I mean? I think that they can win games, and that's what we need to do for our team, and that's what's the most important is finding a way to win. And I think that they do that well.
In that game against Pacific, you maybe started off with a little bit of control problems and then settled down. What do you need to do to find that right spot in the beginning of the game?
I talked about that with Coach White this week, and I think that might be just throwing the first inning in the bullpen. Maybe throwing 3 batters in the bullpen, doing something like that. Also, not overthrowing helps too. Just kind of pitching. So I think maybe taking more of that approach.
Perfect.
Right.
Thank you.